I am the new way to go. I am the way of the future.
Man, Offshoots Network is great. I'm checking out Nigel Rabbit's show. The Call Out, Bell to Bell. It's all good stuff. I like this show best for some reason. Shoot all you want, but this is real. This is rough. I'm tearing the curtain down and letting the light shine through. Welcome to episode number 6 of Dangerous Radio. I'm your host and favorite doctor of journalism, Dr. Thomas E. Guns, the Dangerous Brain. This is actually episode number 1 of season 1.5 due to the fact that we switched networks and I just got dropped by my longtime production company, Fly on the Wall Productions. They claim that I didn't include them in the Offshoots deal, so I violated the original deal of exclusivity, since Offshoots is a network on Podbean is for some reason considered public radio, so go figure. I don't understand it, but I'm sure my attorney will make sure I get any royalties from anything released by Fly on the Wall in the future. Yep, those guys can eat a bag of goat balls. Organic goat balls. See? I can say that now on this network. It's great. We are fighting the war against globalist tyranny and professional wrestling. You are the resistance. Stand up for professional wrestling. Save the industry from Hollywood swine. People. Oh man. And people ask me, Dr. Guns, what is exactly a globalist? What are the globalists? And I say, shut up. Listen to this. The globalists are the ones that want to control everything about professional wrestling and eventually destroy the entire industry through global control of the sport and the very history of the sport. They control what you watch and what's popular based on what people say on social media. See, the guy you see at the top of the globalist card didn't get there through hard work and sacrifice and paying dues. He got there because a bunch of marks liked his jacket and his catchphrase, and they posted about it. They saw the post. They are watching you. They want global control of professional wrestling so they can make it all Hollywood and girl drama and staged weddings with pending divorce for the next 3 or 4 seasons until eventually things get all extra dramatic and makes the ratings go up before we find out the paycheck caused all those arguments and everything's just fine. You fell for it. Stupid. You bought the cereal with your favorite 8-move sports entertainer on the box, and then you bought the t-shirt because they told you he was the guy. Meanwhile, you're missing the real guy who's kicking ass across the world, and not just in the U.S., for the National Wrestling Alliance. You see? When's the last time that globalist Christmas decoration was defended in Japan or Australia in a high-profile match? Who was the last Japanese star to hold that globalist trinket? When was the last time a wrestler even held that thing? A wrestler. It's garbage compared to true greatness such as the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. A wrestling championship. Let's talk Texoma. Get this. Robert Langdon has advised the entire roster at Texoma to avoid my show and myself at all costs. And he actually had his attorney send me a cease and desist letter. And that's funny, you see, because I just had my attorney send Robert a paternity test. Have fun with that, Langdon. I hope it's you. You're only a few years older than me, but I know you. And you did say that you did my mother that time, so, you asked for it. I'm going to have one of those guys out there shockmaster you at the next event. Look down when you open doors, Langdon. That's right. Remember the greatest rib of all time, the shockmaster. When you place a board across the bottom of a doorway and someone trips over it when they walk through. Try it. It'll get you over. I recently talked to Terry Hopper, and she has endorsed my show, but she says she can only tell me because of legal reasons, so I got that going for me, I guess. She did, however, share the announcement of my show on the Offshoots network. So, I got that for sure. And I told Nigel that I wanted him on the show, and I wanted to do a Nigel Rabbit appreciation show, but I think his phone got cut off or disconnected because he cut out in the middle of telling me where to stick the show. I think he wanted me to stick it on Twitter or something. I heard the word twit for sure. Oh well, I'm doing a show anyway. Charlie Ross doesn't do podcasts. That's what he told me, at least. I would really like to have Robert Langdon on my podcast because I have so many questions. I want to know why he refuses to allow Jake Logan to show his skills on the Texoma stage. I mean, he recently booked him finally, but I'm not sure why. Jake Logan, if you're listening, be careful. Don't trust Langdon for a second, or you might find yourself dropped off in the Canadian wilderness like me. I want to give a shout out to a few of my favorites on the roster right now. First and foremost, Dane Griffin. See, Dane Griffin is a good friend of mine. I believe that if Robert Langdon were using his brain, Dane would be on top of the NWA Texoma food chain again where he belongs. I mean, nothing against Haas, but I believe that the best two that you have should be competing for that NWA Texoma title, and I just told you who they are. That's it. Hands down, your two best, Haas, Dane Griffin. Langdon, make it happen. Langdon. Bree, I can't tell you how proud I am of you. Your new attitude has gotten you further than you ever were at Texoma. Don't put up with any more of the Shermanoids crap. They love you whether they like it or not. Tim Storm. I was on a plane with Tim Storm a couple of years ago. I sat a few rows back from him, and I don't think he knew I was there. I mean, I just wanted to say hi to Mr. Storm. It was me that was throwing peanuts at you the whole time. I don't eat nuts, but I found it amusing to ricochet them off of your head that day, and for that, I am not sorry. I don't know why you hate me, Tim Storm. I tried to be your friend. I bet you and Robert got together and put together that whole plan, too. Yeah. Oh. On November the 20th, NWA Texoma is back at the Elks Lodge in Sherman, Texas. Jinder Mahal is in action. Sons of Texas will be in the house. The usual NWA Texoma lineup in full effect. And I got to give respect to the Sons of Texas, man. I know I'm friends with the Freebirds and all, but those are my boys right there. I just wish they had their own hair cream. And Andy Dalton is awesome. I'm not digging these Die Dalton Die t-shirts one bit. I even saw one on that Globalist network. It's disgusting. Stop it. Some people. And this is all part of the brainwashing from the globalist machine. You buy the colorful shirt, you buy the foam fingers, and the popcorn that might be laced with mind-controlling chemicals. These are almost facts. You want to go buy that new video game right damn now, don't you? See? I'm in your head. I can do that. That's what makes me a great journalist. You can be too. You have to meditate, eat organic, and sometimes even hide in the trunk of a promoter's car to get the inside scoop. I once hid in Robert Langdon's shower while he was on the John talking on a cell phone with top NWA officials. You have to do that sometimes. No matter how nasty it gets, you have to be there. Because you don't want to miss that peanut that holds the damning evidence. You might miss that one undigested kernel of truth. You gotta sift. I cover the nasty truth that is The Office. I don't care what promotion it is. there's always office drama and behind the scenes screw jobs that even the talent roster doesn't know about. I've seen it. I've done it. I once planted the NWA Texoma Rose Championship belt in Robert's truck so that Terry Hopper would find it and go apeshit, which resulted in her taking over the promotion for a short time. I can do these things. Don't mess with me. November 20th, 2015 will be a day that goes down in infamy. Maybe. I hope. I hope Robert Langdon gets so constipated that he has to be laid on his side and rolled around like that girl in the Willy Wonka flick. But I digress. NWA Texoma in Sherman, Texas. Be there. See if that happens. Let's hope for the best, huh? At Thomas E. Guns on Twitter. I'm still on Facebook. Now I'm on the Offshoots network, and I'm all over the damn world. All of this from a cave in Canada. See? You really can cause havoc from thousands of miles away from a cave. Nut jobs. Keep the sensors ready because I am in rare form today. Enough is enough, and it's time for a change. A great man once said that. His name was Nancy Reagan. I'm talking about the legalization of metal folding chairs at parts unknown. You see, during my time at parts unknown, I attended a few rallies and spoke at an event supporting Proposition 1313, the legalization of folding chairs for personal use. And look, it is every human right to be able to sit in and on whatever object they find comforting. You know, the lawmakers at parts unknown are just complete crazies, psychopathic tendencies, and I think that they eat kids. Not one child in parts unknown. Very strange. Not as bad as the globalists, you know, who have their secret rituals in the woods. I've told you about this. The big wooden wrestling ring and pile of VHS tapes burnt for sacrifices. I've seen it. They're almost fact, people. My phone doesn't take pictures, so I didn't get any shots, but I'm telling you, it happens. You can trust me. I'm a doctor of journalism and the savior of professional wrestling fans' minds and soul. Follow me. I can lead you into nirvana or send you to your doom. Either way, it starts with a guitar riff and ends with a bang. It's like angel trumpets and devil trombones. Music that speaks to the soul, all the way to your pineal gland. Feel the cleanse, all the way to your bowels, to your colon, to the toilet, and to the sewage plant. Or to the outhouse in the back, depending on what side of Sherman you come from, I guess. You know, I'm almost glad I don't live in Sherman anymore. I was getting tired of the Shermanoids and their Tim Storm chants. I guess it was better than this cave with the damn church that plays Christmas music 24/7 outside. This place is strange, let me tell you. Well, that's the show. I'm signing off. Dr. Thomas E. Guns, the Dangerous Brain. If you know who my father is, I would appreciate it if you would let me know. These tests are expensive, and Maury won't return my phone calls after an incident with the secretary. We won't get into that. I tried to call Jim Cornette, but I think he forgot to pay his bill. It was disconnected. Had to be that. Still can't get through at the offices in Connecticut. Give it time. He's got a short fuse. I'll get you something. Like John Lennon with a tuba. Until next time, you are the resistance. Take care of yourselves and each other.
I'm the new
Unless someone screws you over and then you take care of that. Tell the people.